Hello, it is March 5th, 2026. My name is Patty. This is Tarot by Patty. I am doing, I got 8 cards out here. Huh. Isn't that funny? Okay, we're going to read all 8 of them. Typically, this should be a 7-card spread. This is a spread about your hopes and dreams and future desires. Now, I need you to understand that you need to put this spread in your own connotation. So it could refer to a work situation. It could refer to a romance. It could refer to a familial situation. It could refer to sibling situation or neighbor situation. Something to do with, this has to do with a situation you're involved in that encompasses your hopes and dreams, okay? So this one's going to be a little more difficult. This is for my Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And I have already looked at the cards and established what I think they mean. I'm going to give you the reading without any subject matter. You have to put the subject matter into it yourself, which means that this reading, I'm going to tell you what the cards mean, and you can use that in your own category. So the reason I do it this way is because if I limit this reading to a relationship, a job, brother-sister situation, or friendship, or something like that, then it's going to be limited to just that category. However, if I leave it open for you to add in the category, then you're going to understand exactly what these cards mean. I hope that makes sense to you. Okay, we're going to start off. This is, again, I want you to understand, this is for my Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising people. Okay, starting with the first card, this is the Three of Pentacles. Now I want you to understand this is a material card. It's about finances and about resources. But in this situation, this is referring to a situation involving 3 different people. And I do not know what their status is in your life, but I do know this is regarding 3 people. Next, we have the Judgment. Again, I think what's going to happen here is something's going to be found out about these 3 people, and judgment is going to be passed regarding, and I don't know what this situation is. It could be a work situation where someone you thought you trusted, you no longer can trust. It can be a situation where you may be in a romantic relationship and find out somebody has not been so faithful. Some sort of situation. You could have a sibling situation where 2 siblings are talking trash about you. That happens if you have more than 1 sibling. You could have parents pitted against each other and trying to get you in the middle of it. This is a situation where, or it could be a work situation. Did I already mention that? It could be a situation where there is two together, 1 on the outside. Let's put it that way. And you find out about this deception. This is about deception. This is about finding out. Whomever is deceiving is found out. Next, we have the 8 of Cups reverse. And you know what this means. That means that the friendship, the relationship, the situation is falling apart. It's coming apart at the seams. This does not mean that you're going to leave a job, leave a family. Even if it's a cheating spouse, it does not mean you're going to leave the spouse. It means that you're going to find out and you're going to take action, but it does not mean that you're going to take definitive action where you leave the situation. Next, we have the Queen of Pentacles. And this tells me that whomever is on the outside no longer gives a shit. And I'm putting it bluntly. You're done. You're over it. And you may stay in the situation, but you are no longer involved in that emotionally tied or materialistically tied or any way, shape, or form. You are no longer tied to these other two people. You have broken that chain. And then we have the Nine of Cups. And the truth of the matter is that this is the best thing that could happen to you. Whether you stay in a situation that has been deceitful in any way, maybe it's a situation where it's a husband, wife, and a gambling addiction. It could be that there's some sort of a third-party player here, and it doesn't have to be a person. It could be an addiction that's taking all of your money. That is, or a habit that's taking all your money, and you're basically over it. That's what this is all about. This here indicates that you're done. You're separating your money. You're separating your belongings. You're separating everything that you've worked together to combine. And it's no longer, they're gonna stand on their own 2 feet if they have some sort of an addiction or bad habit. You're gonna let them sink or swim by themselves. That's what it is. But you're not going to walk away from the whole situation. You're just not gonna help them, enable them anymore. So here we have the Nine of Cups, and the Nine of Cups is wishes fulfilled, and you're going to find yourself so much happier, so much less distressed, so much less de-stressed. It's going to be a phenomenal outcome for you, but the outcome is down here. This is really, really fantastic, because once you open your eyes to what has been happening, you step into your own authenticity and your own happiness. Next, we have the King of Cups, and the King of Cups basically in reverse just says somebody takes a great fall. Doesn't mean you're going to leave them. It just means that you're not there to support them anymore. You're over it. You're done with it. Let them sink or swim on their own. And that's what this card is. Sink or swim on your own. Finally, we have the Justice card. I love this. It says here, the daughter of truth. And this is exactly what this is. Somebody has manipulated, lied, deceived, all of the negatives in your life for a long time. And now you are waking up and saying, yep, justice is served. This is karma. This is what happens. This is what I deserve. This is my ship coming in. This is my 4-leaf clover. This is what I'm going to do for me. Right here. My happiness comes first now. And then finally we have the Wheel of Fortune. And it's all about brand new cycle. And all of the other cards, all of the other spreads, I've done 4 other spreads, and I've only used 7 cards. However, this one has 8 cards because 8 cards came out. And I never throw a card back or put one back in the deck. If it comes out, it needs to be read. So you've got the Wheel of Fortune, and the Wheel of Fortune is telling you you're starting a brand new cycle. What is done is done. You can't change it. But you are moving forward in a whole new light, and you've got all of the experience and all of the tools and all of the knowledge that you learned from the past to take you forward into the future. This is fantastic. I love it. I'm sorry that this has to happen here, but we all have to go through lessons. Don't let it get you down. Learn from it and build and rise and become your authentic self, and let them sink or swim on their own. That's all it is. You don't have to sustain anybody but yourself. Well, if you got kids, you want to do them some good, but well, you know what I'm saying. This is all about you. Let the deception end with you right now.